This is a Whoop strap. It's a fitness tracker that measures something called strain. Every single day, it's going to give you value from 0 all the way to the maximum of 21. I've had it for more than 6 years, and the max I've been able to get to is 20.5. But today, I'm going to try to get to that coveted 21 strain. What will it take? How many activities will I have to do? Is it even possible for me to get here? Let's roll the footage and find out. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. I'm your host, Ryan O'Connor, and what you're about to see is a very well-organized, well-thought-out day where I woke up super early to try to hit this 21 strain. Like any day that you're trying to do maximum strain, especially for the Whoop, where it is measured mostly in heart rate, it's got to have a lot of activities. So our first activity is going to be mountain biking. But obviously, to perform at your best for a day like this, you're going to have to mainline some caffeine. Seriously though, caffeine has been shown time and time again to increase performance in activities like this. But timing and quality matter. As far as timing goes, anywhere from 30 to 90 minutes before your activity is going to be ideal. As far as quality goes, if you tell me that you're drinking coffee to increase your performance, but your coffee's more Dunkin' Donuts creamer than it actually is coffee, nah bro, that's not going to cut it. What I'm talking about is that high quality black coffee. Don't need any of that extra sugar going into activities like this. You're gonna be facing that crash. So after I got adequately stimulated with my nice cup of joe and got some high quality breakfast in, it was time to do the bike ride. Alright guys, just hit the mountain bike ride, 10 miles, hour 20, and did some heart rate testing too, so that will be in a future video. But at least according to the heart rate strap that I got here, 147 BPM, you're seeing what the Whoop recorded on screen as a preliminary test. And we burned 872 calories, so that means it's time to eat. But right now, after our first true activity, 13.5 strain, can we do it? It's about 12:30 right now. We don't have much time, but we're sure gonna try. All right, so we crushed that 10-mile mountain bike ride. And honestly, in the past, when I had the Whoop 4.0, now having the new one, I feel like my heart rate would get a lot more elevated. I would have had more strain during this activity because I was literally sprinting up every single hill because I've done this ride quite a few times. So I feel like I'm getting a little undercut on my strain here, but after the 10-mile bike ride, and honestly, one of the best parts about this day was how much food we get to eat. After crushing mini breakfast tacos and French toast as a side, I'm gonna make sure that I'm replenishing my electrolytes, and I'm gonna take my supplement stack that I do every single day. When you're doing this much cardio and sweating this much, especially if you're doing outdoor activities where it's pretty warm, electrolytes are very important. Do you need them on a daily basis? No. But when you're sweating this much, they will make a difference in your performance and how you feel. And then for me, I always, every single day, take creatine, vitamin D, fish oil, and a nice multivitamin. Creatine's a no-brainer for me. Pretty much think everybody nowadays should be taking this unless you have specific medical reasons not to. And then as far as the other supplements go, so many people, including myself, have done the blood work for it, are deficient in vitamin D and fish oil, and then some of the other micronutrients, unless you have the most perfect diet. So I like to cover all my bases. That's why I take that supplement stack. All right, after this massive lunch, can't go straight back into doing more cardio or any intense exercise. At least I can't, right? I'd be puking on the floor or something. So I went for a very long walk. It was almost an hour and 10 minutes trying to get that strain up, right? This was at a very fast pace. I got 6,000 steps and the activity strain was 6. But what you guys will see over the course of the day is the strain is actually harder to come by. The activity strain will always be more than it's actually gonna give you in your aggregate total, okay? So at this point, it was about 5 o'clock p.m. and I was not necessarily where I thought I had to with my very well-planned and well-organized day to try to hit 21 strain. Obviously, it should go without saying though, after every single activity, even if it's just a walk for, like an hour and 10 minutes where I'm in heart rate zone 0 the entire time, more food is to be had. So, quick update. We did a nice long walk. It wasn't very much strain.
For you?
Okay, well, for me. And then we decided that because we did a long walk, we needed to eat more. So we ate the Ninja Creamy ice cream thing with a lot of chocolate because that makes it way better.
It was only 4 squares, to be fair.
Okay, well, it's 4 squares of chocolate, tons of carbs, and then we accidentally watched a whole epi of Billions. And that was an hour long, and now it's 6:40, and I still have the same amount of strain I did about 3 hours ago. So we're gonna hike in the dark.
Well, technically we're gonna ruck.
We're rucking and hiking in the dark. We'll see. Okay, so that was my past self, and I was freaking gassed. You guys saw those stairs. That was a very steep incline, basically doing like a stair stepper, right? I went for maximal intensity. I had about 35 pounds on my back. At the top, I literally couldn't even talk to the camera because I was so out of breath. But then I look, as we're about to see, pull it up on the screen here, my hiking activity. Well, you can see there's that part where I'm losing some heart rate, and that's because when I got to the top, I started seeing, my heart rate's not even freaking elevated. Like, look at this, zone 2 for a minute. That was BS. So drastic measures had to be taken. Okay, good. Just in this spot. Yeah. Yeah, so I literally shaved off the arm hair. It's still pretty bare under there for the Whoop sensor because I just feel like I was getting gypped on my heart rate. And also, you'll be seeing right now, I wore the Apple Watch that I have for this specific activity. You can see the time is exactly the same, pretty much, minus 6 seconds. But my calories on the Apple Watch are way more. My average heart rate is not that much higher, but it is higher. And it said my max heart rate on the Apple Watch was 176, whereas on the Whoop, it was 161. And that was also after I shaved off the hair. So that's ridiculous. I've never had to do that, honestly, with the Whoop 4.0. I think I mentioned already in this video, this is the Whoop, technically MG, but it's the 5.0. I don't know, guys. Either the sensor is that much more accurate or it's that much more inaccurate. And in the past, when I've compared to my Apple Watch, they've always been pretty close. But this one, I didn't really like this because I really felt like I was pushing it and the Whoop was just not picking up on that activity. So my strain was way lower than it should have been at this point of the day. Yeah, so the most anticlimactic ending ever is that I only made it to, let's check, 14.8 strain during this day. Honestly, I was banking on mountain biking because in the past, I've gotten it to like 16, 17 strain from doing this ride alone. And yeah, you can see right now that in that activity alone, I got only 176 for max heart rate. I just don't think that is true because I was cranking, man. So, should I have done more cardio? Probably. Did I run out of time? Was there epis that should not have been watched in the middle of the day after Ninja Creamies? Yes, okay, there was. But I still thought that with that hike, especially doing, I think we did that loop like 3 or 4 times, straight up that thing, nonstop, trying to gas, trying to get that heart rate as elevated as possible. Yeah, it just didn't quite work out. But after failing like this, I know I had to do a part 2. I'm gonna have a much better plan, I already do. I'm gonna wake up much earlier. I'm gonna do more sustained cardio to keep that heart rate more like this instead of the mountain biking and stuff, which was a lot more jagged, going up, coming down. I'm also going to do a full leg day, go pretty hard and use the strength trainer because My heart rate is not elevated really when I'm lifting, so my strain always sucks. But if you use the strength trainer that uses muscular load, you get a lot more strain that way. And then I'm also going to do a really long hike, which instead of, compared to this hike, it'll be a lot more of just up, 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 and get to the top, hopefully keeping that heart rate high the whole time. So stay tuned for that, guys. I really think this push will be a lot better. Also, in the comments below, you should drop what your max strain is with the Whoop, and if you remember what activity or activities you did to get there, that'd be awesome to hear. Until next time, guys, peace.